I'm not saying don't hate yourself, no. What I'm saying is, do not let anything drive you out of self-love. The only thing that should be a driving force in you and in me is love of God. That's the only driving force acceptable, not self-love. Behold, true charity. The authenticity of her gift was twofold. She gave quietly, without any thought of winning praise. Her gift was for God alone. Who is her? The Blessed Mother. This is Saint Mary. So much show and empty parading. Jesus sees a bright act of virtue. He sees what no one else saw. Such a wonderful, wonderful teachings here. Pure charity is done for God and involves the gift of our entire self. That should be underlined as well. I failed to underline that. Pure charity is done for God and involves the gift of our entire self. That last sentence there for Saturday. You see it? That has to be underlined. Next Sunday, the solemnity of the Holy Eucharist, the body and blood. Jesus says, He took bread, said the blessing, He broke the bread, gave it to them, and said, "Take it, this is my body." And then, He took the cup, He gave thanks and gave it to them. "This is my blood of the covenant, which will be shed for many." And after singing a hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives. This is a scene from the Last Supper, John chapter 10. Take it, this is my body. When Jesus says, "This is my body," He meant, this is my body. There's no other meaning to that. When He said, "This is my blood," He meant, this is my blood. It's no symbol. It's the real one. Anyone who doubts that, doubts the power of God. Because God can do anything, right? God has the power to do anything. So I don't quite see the difficulty believing from the heart that that's really Jesus, body and blood and soul and divinity. And Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered Himself. And I included here the first reading and the responsorial psalm and the second reading. And I've underlined that too. We will do everything that the Lord has told us. Look at Exodus 24. It's right there, the first reading. Who is the lector on Sunday? Someone will read this on Sunday. Then having sent certain young men to Israel to offer holocaust and sacrifice, young bulls as peace offerings to the Lord, Moses took half of the blood and put it in large bowls. The other half he splashed on the altar. Then he took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, saying, "This is the blood of the covenant that the Lord has made with you in accordance with all these words of His." And then look at the second reading. "Not with the blood of goats and calves, but with His own blood, thus obtaining eternal redemption." This is from the book of Hebrews, chapter 9. The blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered Himself unblemished to God, cleanse our consciences from dead works to worship the living God. Faith, according to the book of James, faith without works is dead. there's also such thing as dead works. What is a dead work? What's an example of a dead work? You do it not out of love for God. It's a dead work. If you do something out of love for yourself, it's a dead work. Whatever you and I should do is out of love for God. Remember, those who are called will receive the promised eternal inheritance. That's why Jesus is the mediator of a new covenant. The new covenant is so big that in the Bible we are told that the new wine cannot be poured into old wineskins. Remember that? It will burst. It simply cannot contain the new wine because of fermentation. So new wine must be poured out into new wineskins. This is the meaning of that. The new wine is the new covenant. The new covenant will not fit into the old covenant. The old covenant is the old wineskin. Because the new covenant is so big, it won't fit into the old covenant. The old covenant was all external, because the new covenant now is internal. Jesus is talking about self-gifting. He's talking about out of love. I like the song. And the Bible materials, I've talked about this, so let me go directly to inspiring article. I'm giving this as a series. For this week is solicitude, which is the second lively virtue. Are you ready? Humility is the is for pride. Solicitude is for envy. Humility is for pride. Solicitude is for envy. There's a Greek word here. Are you at it in the inspiring article? Mm-hmm. Invidia. You see that Latin word, invidia? Second paragraph, third line. It means the habit of seeing things twisted. The inner meaning of our word wrong or inside out. Okay?
It's envy, right? Envy.
Yeah. It's a small soul reduction of pride. Vainglory in one who tries to be seen as preeminent among his fellows. Do you feel bad when someone your peer, someone your level starts going up, getting promoted, or gets into better life? That's envy. You don't feel good when someone is moving forward. You want to pull that person back because you are unable to do that. Anyway, this is beautiful. Please read this, okay? And then St. Thomas Aquinas, 5 reasons Christ rose from the dead. Does that occur to you? Why did Jesus have to rise from the dead?